Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! Welcome back. So in the last episode, I combined my two Great Halls. Now I've got one here set for 20 dupes. Got this new kitchen area, drywall being complete now. And this is the old area here I used to have for the Great Hall. So with that done, my plan now is to put a tube access right here going up so that the dupes can get up here a little bit quicker. We've got these in the way, so we're going to start off lowering them. Put these guys, no, that we even need 3. That was just while I was doing some industrial equipment up there. We better put in some airflow tiles, though, if we're going to actually maybe even mesh. And then put in the piping. We need some water access. And sending up the polluted water to the plants to drink. Pinch and pepper plants. And let's just make sure that this has some power. I just will go into the heavy watt line. Take this ladder just a little bit further down along with the fire pole. This guy here, probably don't need that anymore either. Doing some testing with this transit tube, it'd be really nice if this setup actually worked. Just thought I'd give it a quick try, because that way I could have these stacked on top of each other like that, kind of making an elevator type of system. But trying to test to see if this works, so blocking this door off, finding a dupe, and seeing if they can go over here. And they cannot, which means this trick doesn't work, which limits me where I want to put this. So my next thought is, okay, well that's fine. We'll have these tubes go up and down like this. And at least on the bottom floors, I'll have some transit tubes right next to it. But you can't put it right here because you can't connect into this guy. Unless maybe, hold it, what if I get rid of this altogether and just made that, maybe that'll work. Okay, because my hope is I guess I'll have to get rid of this guy. Put one down here. I guess technically on the bottom floor I can have one just evenly square there. But if I got rid of this and just had an open space, would that work? Should be, okay. Okay, so maybe my plan of having pass-through tiles doesn't make sense. We've got this area. I think I'm just going to go into this actually at some point. I'm wondering if I should have tube access the whole way or only on the bottom floor. I'll start off with just on the bottom 3. Go from there. Almost certain this isn't going to work, but maybe another interesting thing is if this building actually allowed a tile underneath. Yeah, I already can see that is not going to be the case. Thought it'd be worth a try. I'm going to give these guys some power. We'll see if it can share some power with this line. Take that little section back. Oh, let's open this door back up. So we're taking a tube access all the way to the top. And we've got just before our Atmos suits, let's just make sure we're fully connected. Hold on, what's going on here? There we go. So we'll have some exits. Maybe we don't need this one, but at every spot up to this point. And we'll see what the dupes think of this. I'm going to keep my research laboratory here. I better change this guy and this guy out. So the tube axis is running. Tubes didn't use it in that case, though. Well, I guess because they were going up this level. But here we go. Engineer is taking its way up to the very top. At least till this point. Okay, so what do we do next? Next idea comes from Cedric, who mentioned you can put... Actually, we don't have the... where is our... Oh! Right, okay, Morpheus is exploring what's over here. But the idea is to put a telescope inside your rocket. I don't know if this should be done while we're doing a space mission itself. Okay, let me think about this. I used to have this as a gas storage. I don't think I need this anymore. It hasn't been used the longest of times. Especially since I've got this automated setup for returning gas from this world. So I can do that. The thinking there is especially if I have a good dupe at looking at the telescope, such a scientist, I could just park somewhere and look around. That would have enabled me to find out while I was parked here, not able to go one tile further, to figure out what that is. I have done this in the past, but I found looking at the telescope so much slower than just flying places. But that was not the Moonlit cluster. The Moonlit cluster is so much bigger. So in this particular map, I think it probably does make sense. So maybe I'll wait for Morpheus to come back. Well, maybe we could start some of the construction. I'll see what we can begin with. Could at least get into this zone. Take some of this back. To take away at least one of the solar panels. While we're starting with that Morpheus project, I'm going to start to put together some bedrooms. I might as well go with the luxury, or private bedroom, rather, that has a minimum size of 24. Let's see. That would be this size right here. So we make one. And then continue on. I'll put some airflow tiles. I might as well use carpeted tiles here, I suppose. Fill this in so it's an actual room. Let me just double check. It's 24. Open this door. So that's going to have a comfy bed. Got a number of options here. We can either make them rockets, bouncy castle. I'm just going to do the default, I think. Let's put in a carpeted tile here. We need some decor items. I'm thinking one landscape like this. Oh, we can put in two. And what else should I put in the bedrooms? Maybe two small sculptures on either side. And then we've got actually not just for the decor, but the actual requirement for this room is to actually have has back wall tiles. So I will put that in. Just have to come up with some sort of design. No idea how this is going to look, but I thought, how about we try this effect of having like a shadow over the bed itself. Some charcoal around here. And some white tile around the rest of it. Astronomers not having the most fun on this particular project because they can't breathe up in this area. So I probably will do most of the work when we get back home and tell the dupes to wear EMO suits up in here when they're doing this construction in the future. Rancher is finishing some painting. I decided to assign this bed to engineer. We've got high decor here, and this is something I've learned from Cedric. The actual maximum 120 is not the maximum of where what a dupe can experience. So if I click on Rancher, they're actually experiencing a decor value of 238. So apparently 120 is just the maximum that they can experience on average, but any moments they can actually be higher than that, increasing your average. That I did not know. That is interesting. Okay. Let's just validate. We actually have a private bedroom. And with this, I guess there is a little bit of value of giving higher decoration, especially in an area where the dupe's going to stay for a while. And obviously, let's get rid of that, otherwise we're going to have a wet area. But yeah, their dupe will sleep here and get exposed to this higher decor value. There's a little shadow effect. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll make that design for the rest of the private bedrooms. Just noticed that since I've opened up this area, we kind of squashed our nature reserve. So maybe it isn't that important after all, and having this go all the way to the bottom. Take this back out and put a door here. Should not be that often that dupes go down here. And we have a nature reserve again. Working on the second bedroom. I think I'm going to change the design slightly so that I can get some of these guys in. First of all, looks like the decor value is a little bit higher. Click on this. We get a value of 42 from this guy versus, let's see, 33 from this particular thing. And this consumes metal where this does not. So I'll put that, I'll let this go through, but I'll make that slight change over here. This is also going to be a slightly extra sized bedroom in this case. Let me put the bed, whoops, right towards the side. Put this marble block right here. What I might even do is just move this door one over. Moving my exosuit forge down here. And I guess we don't need a crafting station anymore, so we'll get rid of that. Over here, I think this might be a good place to actually sneak in the oxygen. Rather than right here. So here's the new design I have. We've got a hanging pot here. We've got one pitcher and one sculptor. We've got space here for vent if we want it. And if we really want to push the the decor, let's just have a look at the bedroom. The dupe is actually at this location. So maybe we'll put 3 carpeted tiles. So they're surrounded by 3 carpeted tiles from that perspective. I'll just go ahead and upgrade this area. And a decor item over here. Like that. Decided to change this bedroom out to meet the same design over here. Do the same thing here. So I will have to, if I want to keep my shadow effect, I'll have to move that around. The only difference is I'm not going to redo these paintings. So that'll be slightly different, but that's completely fine in my mind. Actually, if I wanted to make all my rooms consistent, I might as well cancel that. We'll just put the picture in the corner. That right there. Let's make this out of diamonds since we've got lots of it. We found a demolished rocket. Okay, let's head back home, where we'll be able to construct this onboard telescope. So now we've got 3 private bedrooms. Expanding that up here. Keep going up to this level until we've got at least 20 for my dupes to enjoy. Now, this plant's not happy. That made me realize that things are a little bit cooler in here than I had realized. So I turned the temperature up from 20 to 24. Now, even if I don't have plants on every single one of these, and I don't have as many plants as I would if I was allowing pack gifts from this. But let's see what we can do. We'll try one of these guys. 10 of those at least. So half the bedrooms will have plants, or more actually. But even if I don't, these actually do count for decor items, even if there's nothing in them. So I'm not too worried. Not that that's going to really make or break the decor in the private bedrooms anyway. My dupes are finishing this up. I've got this little bump here to worry about. I could relocate this research room, but I figured let's start from the back. I've got this point. This means these are going to be offset slightly. So that is going to be on the second tile within each room. So if I do that consistently, second tile, we should be good. I'll hold off on that one for now. Five more private bedrooms going in up here. Design some more bedrooms, and this is going to take us up to 20. This one over here is a little bit of a strange design because it's tipped down. Maybe some point if this goes away in the future, I'll change that out. But there it is, designed for 20 bedrooms. Morpheus has returned. It's being charged back up. And that means we can start the construction of the onboard telescope. Just gonna wait for a little bit of construction of the private bedrooms to be done first. So it looks like we've got a large set of private bedrooms. I could go around and sign everything. I think it might be just a little bit easier if I remove all of these, and when the dupes need a bed, they will find a private bedroom instead of a cot over here. With all these cots gone, dupes will find a place to sleep over here over time. The next thing to do is to add a telescope on this rocket, so let's make some space for that. So we'll put a ceiling up here with just partial view for this telescope, just so that we can get some protection from this for this dupe that's going to be looking in space. So we're going to put that right there, so they should have at least half a view of space. Obviously this machine needs some power. It's going to need some oxygen as well. Oxygen is not super close, so I have to figure out how that's going to work. Maybe we'll go up in this direction. And feed into here. also want to make sure this is a laboratory if we can. Actually, maybe what I should have done is made this a little bit bigger. This right there instead. So I can make an extra science building, make a laboratory. So we have our telescope going in now. I'm a little concerned as to whether the dupe will spend the time on this machine instead, so I think I'm going to turn this down just in case. That way, when I bring in a dupe, most likely scientists, since they're the best at science, they can discover more than just what we're flying by directly. It's a little bit more construction, and I think we'll be able to take off. Scientists is quite excited for this mission. They're already looking at... Oh, they might have been looking at a meteorite. Actually, you know what? I will actually indicate that I don't want them to identify meteors. So since we're going to have Duke go in and out of this zone a little bit more frequently than before, I'm going to upgrade this to a mechanized airlock with some power. Let's have a look. Oh, right. So we need to get this. Let's already have that disabled by automation. There we go. Laboratory. Awesome. So we've got our enclosed telescope. Duke's going to be standing here. So they're going to be exposed to mostly safe instead of slight hazard. If I could build a little bit higher up, I would, but that will have to do. Alright, well, once this door is in place, I put in a carbon skimmer down here, I think. We just have to wait for this rocket to charge up fully, which shouldn't take too long, and then we'll be taking off. Next part of the project is going to be about taking care of the uneven temperature around here. So we've got all these pipes going around, not visiting this area. Oh, rocket. Oh, excellent. Awesome. Okay, this is the first time testing this out. I've got the signal that my rocket is ready. Let's go over. Obviously, this door needs to be built first, and then we'll take off. Cleaner is installing the airlock. I'm going to go out here. We're going to change who is going on this mission instead of astronomer. That will be scientist. Astronomer sounds like it would be actually a good choice, but scientist has been around a little bit longer. So we're going to crew this thing. Let's just double check that door was made. Okay. And let's double check. We've got some food in here. We've got some water. We just need a direction. And to give the command to take off. But we go to an area we haven't been. Actually, if we get down, so I can't get further than this. But if I get there, I can find out what that object is. We can begin that launch with the onboard telescope. So here we go. I suspect what's going to happen as I travel, maybe not for the first few tiles because we've explored everything, but the telescope should potentially even start to get used as we get up to this zone. So they'll be there in 5 cycles. I think that is going to do for today. So we've got a large set of private bedrooms for all our dupes, added a telescope. No idea, to be honest, what I'm going to get up to next, but I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Till then.